HarperAudio presents Children Are From Heaven, written and read by John Gray. After my first year of marriage, I was the father of a new baby and had two lovely stepdaughters. Lauren was the baby, Juliet was 8, and Shannon nearly 12. Though my new wife Bonnie was a seasoned parent, this was my first experience. Having a baby, a child, and a preteen all at once was quite a challenge. I had taught many workshops with teens and children of all ages. I had also counseled thousands of adults, helping them to resolve issues from their childhood. From this unique perspective, I began as a new parent. At every step of the way, I'd find myself automatically doing things my parents had done. Some things were good, others were less effective, and some were clearly not good at all. Based on my own experience of what didn't work for me and the thousands of people with whom I had worked, I was gradually able to find new ways of parenting that were more effective. To this day, I can remember one of my first changes. Shannon and her mother Bonnie were arguing. I came downstairs to support Bonnie. At a certain point, I took over and yelled louder. Within a few minutes, I began to dominate the argument. Shannon became quiet, holding in her hurt and resentment. Suddenly, I could see how I was wounding my new stepdaughter. In that moment, I realized that what I had done was a mistake. My behavior was not nurturing to my new daughter. I was behaving as my dad would when he didn't know what else to do. I was yelling and intimidating to regain control. From that day on, I never again yelled at my kids. I'm very thankful to my parents for their love and support, which helped me enormously, but in many ways, in spite of the love, I was wounded by some of their mistakes. When parents make mistakes in parenting, it's not because they don't love their children, but because they just don't know a better way. The skills of positive parenting contained in Children Are From Heaven took me more than 30 years to develop. Although Children Are From Heaven doesn't deal with every problem you'll encounter, it provides a whole new approach for problem solving. The Western free world is experiencing a crisis in parenting. Every day there are increasing reports of child and teen violence, low self-esteem, attention deficit disorder, drug use, teen pregnancy, and suicide. Some parents believe that these problems come from being too permissive and giving children too much, while others contend that outdated practices of parenting like spanking and yelling are responsible. Too much TV, advertising, or too much violence and sex on TV and in movies are pegged by many as the culprits. Certainly society and how it influences our children is a big part of the problem, and some helpful solutions can be legislated by the government. But the biggest part of the problem starts at home. Our children's problems begin in the home and can be solved at home. In the past, children were controlled by dominance, fear, and guilt. To motivate good behavior, children were made to believe that they were bad or unworthy of good treatment if they were not obedient. The fear of losing love and privileges was a strong deterrent. When this didn't work, stronger punishment was given to generate even more fear or to break the will of a child. Just as the world today is different, our children are different. They no longer respond to fear-based parenting. The old fear-based approaches actually weaken a parent's control. The intimidation of yelling and spanking no longer creates control, but simply numbs a child's willingness to listen and cooperate. I remember my dad making this mistake. He would try to control his 6 boys and 1 daughter with threats of punishment. He'd been a sergeant in the military, and this was the only way he knew. In some ways, he treated us like Army privates. Whenever we would resist his control, he would regain control with the threat of punishment. Though this parenting style worked to some degree in his generation, It didn't work for mine, and it clearly is not working for our children today. Parents today have less time than ever to devote to parenting. For this reason, it's essential that they learn what's most important for their children. With these new insights, you'll have the confidence needed to raise your children well and to sleep soundly at night. Most of all, you'll remember that children are from heaven. They already have within them what they need to grow. Your job as a parent is to support that process.